Hi, my name's Rob, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the Words of the Year from 2023. Now, you may have seen Petcha's recent video about the origins of the Word of the Year and also some of the popular words which were often used in 2022. 2023's Word of the Year, according to the Oxford Dictionary, was the word Rizz. I must admit that this was actually unfamiliar to me until I read the winner of this Word of the Year, but Rizz is derived from the word charisma. It's taken from the middle part of the word in the same way that fridge comes from refrigerator and flu from influenza. So Rizz from charisma was the 2023 Word of the Year. Rizz, of course, pertains to someone's ability to attract others through their style or their charm. So someone either has Rizz or maybe doesn't have so much Rizz. Alternatively, the Merriam-Webster Dictionary's Word of the Year for 2023 was the more familiar authentic. In these times of fake news and deep fakes, more and more popular celebrities especially are trying to promote themselves as authentic, and that is not fake or imitations, but indeed the real thing with real views and real opinions. Another word shortlisted for the Merriam-Webster Dictionary's Word of the Year was coronation, which is a nod to the fact that, of course, King Charles was coronated during 2023. Words of the year do often derive from popular news stories that take place in that year, and the same can be said in Japan. Japan's Kanji of the year indeed was the word for tax, due to the number of tax hikes which were implemented by the Japanese government. As well as a Kanji of the year, however, Japan does have its own Word of the Year voted for by various a panel of people working for some publishing companies, and last year's Word of the Year in Japan for 2023 was that of are. Are was used a lot by the coach of the Hanshin Tigers baseball team, which achieved their first Japan series in a number of years and gained a lot of attention throughout the year in the media. This word was used to avoid talking directly about the title or the championship as they pursued it, but instead they kept referring to that thing so as not to put too much pressure on the members of the team. At the same time, the three letters constituting the are, A-R-E, were also used to represent aim, respect, empowerment, which became a slogan for the Hanshin Tigers championship-winning team. Other words of the year shortlisted in Japan for 2023 included Seisei AI, that is generative AI, which became a big thing in 2023. Chatbots like ChatGPT were becoming prominent and also perhaps worryingly maybe threatening authenticity of students' work, for example, and giving human created content a bit of a challenge in knowing how to compete with this generative AI. It indeed led to, in Hollywood, strikes from the movie actors and script writers as they felt that perhaps their original work was being utilized and almost copied sometimes by this generative AI. Also in Japan last year, Yami Baito was a common term used. Dark part-time jobs, often involving scams or criminal activity, but unfortunately were being taken by young people struggling to enter the workforce. There was also urban bear, as bears kept entering into urban areas, sometimes with fatal consequences, as a result of humans encroaching on their natural habitat and also ongoing climate change issues, meaning perhaps a loss of food for the bears, and they came into urban areas seeking food. Also, another nominee for Word of the Year in Japan was that for global boiling, a term that first became used by a UN General Secretary making a speech last year talking about the end of global warming and moving into the era of global boiling as temperatures continued to get hotter and hotter, including in Japan as well. One of the more curious words of the year was that of Kairuka Gensho, or the frog phenomenon. This was based on the fairy tale, The Frog Prince, and referred to younger people who were seeking a partner and perhaps targeting a certain person and being attracted to a certain person, only for when they successfully attained that person in a relationship to then lose interest, perhaps through a quirk of behavior or something. So this frog phenomenon was also used a lot by the younger generations on social media. So we had a wide variety of words of the year in 2023. I wonder what the word of the year for 2024 will be. This will be a year that many elections take place all around the world, including in the US and some of the other most populous countries in the world, India, Indonesia, for example. So perhaps the 2024 word of the year will be something connected to these upcoming elections, where by the end of 2024 we'll probably have a number of new political leaders. So let's hope that 2024 is a good year for everyone. Thank you very much for listening to me today, and hopefully you can see some of our other videos, if you haven't already done so, on our Simul YouTube channel. Thanks for listening, everybody.